this week. We're in the same boat, so that's good news. Something that's interesting, Lennar's here, correct, Jason?
Yes, they are.
Here.
Yes.
Lennar's completed its previously announced merger with Cal Atlantic Homes.
Oh, yeah.
Doing, guess what? Creating the largest home builder in the United States.
And I think Lennar was already, weren't they already the largest? I'm almost positive they were.
They were definitely top
Close.
4,
But
yeah.
it says,
Wow.
Lennar will now own control of approximately 250,000 home sites.
Wow. They're
Dang.
the Amazon.
Like to be the
Home sites.
Lennar
Yeah, no kidding.
preferred lender, huh?
I know several sales agents that work for Lennar, and they're busy, yeah.
They're super busy.
Yep.
I'll go super quick. Olympics, everyone knows that's going on right now. The U.S. is predicted to win 33 medals. That's good news.
That is good news.
Our hourly average earnings is up 2.9% year over year. That's
Okay.
good news. Of the 45 largest democracy economies in the United States, we all grew in unison for the first time last year since 2007. So good news there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so we can talk a little about Valentine's Day. The average, so it's predicted that America spent 19.6 billion on Valentine's Day this year. 19.6.
Jeez.
It's a lot of change.
It's a lot
Lot
of
change,
chocolate.
right? $146 per person, up from last year's 18.2 billion. So
Okay,
good stuff, right?
like it.
Other than that, I mean,
Love is in the air.
Yeah,
A little more
love is
to
in
the
the air.
tune of about $1 billion more. Love is in the air.
love's in the air. I got something in the market update that I wanted to talk about, but I think I'm gonna save it for later. So
Okay.
good news.
Cool. I like it. I like it. Alicia, 5 things you need to know about the largest public park in Arizona. And I love this. Hopefully this is news to me as well, because I know they're going to have amphitheaters. They're probably even coffee shops. But I think it's, what, 270 something acres?
272 acres.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's gonna be giant at Queen Creek and Higley, your neck of the woods.
I love it.
And construction should already have started, at least the preliminary parts, in December.
Okay.
And then phase 1 is concluded this summer. So phase 1 is gonna include a pickleball court, okay, which I've never ever played in my life. Who plays pickleball?
I do.
You do not.
Usually, if
Absolutely.
you're not to be, I guess, ageist, but it's a little older sport,
Okay,
Yeah, I
well,
agree.
isn't it?
Yeah.
For retirees, it's fun. It's kind of like tennis, but with a much bigger ball.
Right.
alright.
And a smaller
6
court.
tennis
Smaller
courts.
court, yeah.
That's true.
Smaller surface area to cover. Huh? That's only fair.
And it's true. A play structure, 300 parking spaces, a splash pad,
Wow.
and then that's just in phase 1. It's gonna include all kinds of stuff. Skate
How many
parks.
phases are there, Alicia?
3.
There's 3. Okay.
Yeah.
So the expected opening of the first phase will be done June 2019. That's really soon.
Not that far away.
It's really
It's over a year. What are you talking about?
The full completion?
Just
Or
phase
just
1.
phase 1? Okay.
Yeah, so they still have to
Well,
raise
dude,
money.
270 acres.
Yeah,
Come on,
that's a
man.
lot.
Give the city of
Give
Gilbert
them
a
a break.
break.
That's the entire
Yeah, it takes
3
like-
phases.
Now, are you seeing?
Come on, let's get it done, folks.
Now, are you seeing construction? Because you don't live far from there, right?
No, I live
December.
right across from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you already seeing stuff?
You know, I think it's probably in the distance. They're probably just kind of staking it out right now. You don't see a whole
Right.
lot of dirt turn at all, so
Okay.
we'll see.
Yeah, so that's really exciting though. That's gonna bring in a ton of things around there.
I think by the time that park is done, it's going to be so big and massive and such an attraction. I mean, we're talking lakes, probably
Right.
coffee
Well,
shops.
even like at Kiwanis Park in Tempe, they still do races, 5Ks,
Oh, yeah.
all kinds of stuff there.
It's going to bring people in. I mean,
Right.
10-mile radius, easy. Bring people in
Yeah.
to go to that park.
I would say though that I don't think Kiwanis Park's 273 acres.
No,
No.
it's
It's quite a
definitely
bit
not.
smaller.
But
No.
they still do all those
Yeah.
races and events there.
They rent the boats there. You can
Right.
paddle around the lake. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun.
Right. Josh, mortgage fraud.
Mortgage fraud, yeah, interesting. So, you know, I'm only bringing this up because, yeah, I have to bring up topics that I kind of experienced real life throughout the weeks or months.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had a couple clients recently call me up and just say, hey, you know, I kind of want to get a second opinion, which is fine. We can always do that.
Sure.
But they're like, hey, that my loan officer's telling me something and it kind of seems a little fishy.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So just want to let people know out there that it's not worth it to, you know, push the envelope, to, you know, cut corners, stuff like that. And here's a great example. It can bite you years and years later, and it
Mhm.
doesn't matter who you are.
Mhm.
Okay. So here's an article out of Illinois, where a Circuit County U.S. District Judge was convicted of a felony for mortgage fraud. Before she was in office, 10 years prior, She had her own, she was an assistant to the district attorney in Illinois, but owned her own real estate and also had some relationships in lending. Well, she got in trouble for buying 2 homes on the south side. Doesn't say exactly what she did, but she can no longer be a judge.
Wow.
So it's all
She broke the
encompassing.
law for sure, yeah.
Yeah, she did something to get in trouble. It's a felony.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
So, I guess my point is, you do a little something, it can come back later. You think you might get away with it, but 10 years later, it could come back to bite you in the butt.
Mhm.
And it doesn't matter who you are, even, I'm gonna say, if it's even happening to a judge,
Yeah.
you know. So be careful out there. I guess my point is, if you think that you're getting pre-qualified, you're buying a home and something sounds fishy,
Mhm.
get a second opinion.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree?
At 100%, no matter what it is. I mean, especially with your finances and your credit and all that.
Do you guys ever experience a buyer saying, hey, I'm talking with somebody, it doesn't quite sound right, can you give me your opinion?
Yes,
Sometimes.
yeah, about financing for sure, and you should get a second opinion, you say that too, no matter what. You should always check your rates, but sometimes people have questions about their credit, which it is kind of scary.
There have been many, many times where we've had first-time home buyers
Yeah.
that have been pre-qualified, let's say with their bank.
Right.
And then we get them over with Josh, and Josh has 2 or 3 different loan programs that are
Yes.
fantastic for first-time home buyers.
Yep, different ones.
And all of a sudden, they're all over it. I mean,
Even with new builders who offer incentives,
Right.
they'll switch to Josh because the incentive, either Josh can match that or it's better.
right. And I know I used to sell for Continental Homes and Ryland Homes back in the day. And if there was a loan program that our preferred lender at Ryland Homes could not do, but yet Josh can do, they usually will still offer the same incentives.
Right.
Most
Do you find that as well?
Most builders are still doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
For some reason right now, I don't know why, but, and we can talk about it or we can't, but, it's not a super sexy area, but Maricopa seems to be just blowing up with
Come
new
on,
builds.
it's very sexy.
Well, a lot of people don't like moving out there just because it's so far up.
Right.
But that's no secret, you can get a lot more home
Yes.
for your dollar out there.
No question.
And, when ours out there, there's tons of home
But
builders
I think
out
we
there.
talked about it too, it's not particularly the place to go now, but Gilbert wasn't either.
You're absolutely
A
right.
few years ago.
Right. As a
Absolutely.
matter of fact, Josh, you just activated a listing, yesterday or the day before out in Maricopa?
A couple days ago, yeah.
Okay, what's the size of that property and how much is it? Almost 2,300?
Almost 2,300 square feet. It's $178,000.
Yeah,
You can't-
178,000.
God.
That's
You
a
can't-
big house.
wow.
I don't know anywhere where you can touch that, and
Mhm.
I mean,
And it's remodeled.
completely remodeled. The killer part is, it's one of those neighborhoods where the lots weren't ever finished,
Mm-hmm.
and now somebody else bought it. They're building all the lots out.
Nice.
So killer time to get in when
Yeah.
Mhm.
in a year when all those lots are built out and the price goes through the roof, and killer.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't get much better than that. And it's a 4-bedroom, massive loft, 2.5 bath, and it has a pie-shaped backyard. So it's not a standard sized backyard.
And I like what Elle said, think about Maricopa 5 years ago.
Right.
Nothing.
Gilbert 5 years
No.
ago, yeah.
Now they have all kinds
Yeah.
of shopping and retail.
It's one of the hottest locations in the valley right now.
And to bring my point back before the cutoff, the builders will give the incentives outside lending.
Yep, you got it. More with the Real Estate Power Hour when we return. Stay tuned. Good.
Have to plug your listing, buddy. Love it.
Hey, where's
That'll sell quick, man.
yeah.